Cancers, welcome. This is your general reading for the year of 2024. This is a general reading, so please only take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest for somebody else. If this does resonate with you, remember to hit that like button. It lets me know that the messages are resonating with people. And if you feel like it is your reading, type it down in the comments section below. If this doesn't feel like your reading, please check out your other placements for your signs, if you happen to know what those are. If not, you can find them pretty easily if you have your birth certificate and the time of birth and place of birth. You can figure out your placements in your chart pretty easily. Let's see, you're starting out here with the Ten of Wands. So you're coming into the year with a little bit of stress and burden. You might be trying to finish something up, and you may need some rest after that, but it's going to really be something good for you here. It's feeling like you are feeling very full, like something got accomplished. You have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. This is also one of your cards here, the King of Cups. That is you coming into your reading. You have the Six of Cups. There might be some kind of rivalry in the middle of the year here, where you get kind of stuck up in your head about something. It might create some bondage to your own thoughts, and you may feel kind of attacked in some way by someone you've known for a long time. Let's keep reading here. This could be that same stress and burden from the beginning of the year. It could be from somebody with a King of Wands type energy, so it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a necessary transition you're going to have to make this year. Let's see. Yeah, and you're going to be looking out, by the end of the year, you're going to be looking out to try to change your direction, okay? So the Three of Wands to me means that you're kind of looking out to the horizon and you're sitting there and you're daydreaming. Where do I want to go with my life? What do I want to do? So it looks like there's going to be some changes this year, okay? But I think they're changes that you want to make, so nothing too big. And there's some kind of conflict that arises. This year I feel like is going to be about taking care of yourself, understanding self-love, self-care, getting rest, because there's been a lot of stress and burden on you, maybe in 2023. And that's how you're coming into the year, is feeling that heavy load, okay? So that's going to be important the first part of the year to really make sure you're taking care of you after you complete whatever stress or burden this happens to be. This could be at work, this could be at home, this could be, you know, just in general life, kind of just one thing after another. But it does look like you're going to need to really focus in on take care of yourself during this time. When you do that, you're really going to come into your own energy here as the King of Cups. You're going to be embracing your masculine energy during this time, which is probably a good thing, because then you got some kind of conflict that arises with someone that you've known for a long time, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic, it can be. But yeah, then what you don't see coming here is you got this transition into success, okay? So you have this necessary transition. A lot of times, if you're one of my subscribers, you'll probably know that the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands usually play out together for me when I know that there's a necessary transition and it's going to be successful. These two play out a lot. So this is something that's supposed to happen in your life. This transition is necessary so you can reach something successful and create this new future that you want, okay? You're going to want to change things up. Just so you know, I lay the first set of cards. I give you a brief description of what could be going on this year. Then we clarify with the second deck. We'll pull some oracle cards that'll give us some more information. Then we will do best actions for you to take this year, and we will do a pick a card at the end where you can ask a question. Ten of Wands, please. And I woke up this morning with a little bit of a cold or something, so if I sound stuffy, I'm very sorry. So we have the Hermit on that Ten of Wands, and yeah, I feel like it's telling you pull away from it. Go within, take care of yourself. I feel like it's kind of saying the same thing. It might be time to really pull within yourself here so you can let some of that stress and burden go and really focus on you, internally you, and probably externally as well, okay? But with that Hermit, it tells me you kind of got to go within and look for some answers this year. Four of Swords. The Page of Swords. And I feel like it's telling you need to do some thinking here, some learning on how to take care of yourself, okay? Really do some thinking on what it is you can cut out. Like if there's things that, say you have too much on your plate, and I know I do that a lot. I'll have too much on my plate. And then I'm stressed out because how do I get it all done? And I'll have to go through and I'll have to prioritize, or I'll have to cut some things out that I just can't get done. That it's just too much. And I feel like it's saying it's time to, that's not what the Page of Swords means, but that's what I'm feeling off the card here. It's time to really put some thought into what you can cut out of your life, okay? And that can ease that stress and burden so you have more time to take care of yourself. The Ten of Pentacles. You know, when you come into yourself, and you might have to figure out, especially if you're not able to focus on the things that you need to focus on to create for your family or for your abundance. Excuse me. Now would be the time to do that, to figure that out, that self-care, self-love. What do I want to focus on? What's going to create this Ten of Pentacles for me? What's going to make me feel whole, complete, like I've built my legacy here on earth? Because the Ten of Pentacles is about family, it's about abundance, it's about creating the life you want, your legacy. So I do feel like a lot of you just have too much you have to take care of, like too much. That's really what's coming through. There's just, you're bombarded with all these things. And you're really going to have to really consider, you know, what's truly a benefit for your life and those around you, and what things, you know, just aren't going to serve a bigger purpose for you or others, okay? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, please. That's that Six of Swords here. Okay, it's a necessary transition. Okay, so this transition is getting you caught up in your head, okay? But the Eight of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment in our minds. So we get caught up in these thought cycles, or these intrusive thoughts that come in, but it's self-imposed. It's not from an outside source. It's something we're doing to ourselves, and it's about this transition you're trying to make. Now, that could be what you're cutting out this year. That could be, you know, really trying to focus in on yourself. Might make you, say, feel selfish for a little while. Something like that. Or there could be something else going on that you may actually have to move. And maybe that becomes very stressful or anxiety provoking. And you get caught up on the negative thoughts, like, oh, well, this could go wrong or that could go wrong. It's saying, you know, you got to make this transition here, but you can't let these thoughts tie you all up, because they're not real. Okay, so allow yourself to open up to this transition this year. It's not being clear on what the transition is, at least not yet. And that's probably because this is for so many different people, okay? This reading's for so many people. It could be very different for each of you, just that there is a transition coming. And it's about creating what you want in life, okay? The Sun card. Okay, so whatever this rivalry is, and it could be a competition, okay? Sometimes the Seven of Wands, it doesn't usually play out that way in my readings, but it can. There might be a competition, let's say, for a job or for a person. Maybe that you and someone else has been dating somebody, and there's a competition for that person's heart or something like that. Or there's a job maybe at your work and you have to put in for an application. You have to go through the process, and you're wondering if you're going to get that. Whatever it is that's a competition going on in the middle of the year, it does look like that's going to be successful for you, okay? If this is a conflict, which is usually how it plays out in my readings, is a conflict. There's some kind of conflict that goes on. You're going to be, it's okay. There's going to be success to that conflict. I feel like it's saying that the truth will be seen, all right? That it'll be illuminated and you'll be understood in some way. Let's see what the Six of Cups is. The Five of Cups. Yeah, there's some kind of heartbreak or loss with someone you've known for a long time. And that could have, if this is a conflict, it could be with that person. There could be loss with this. With the Five of Cups, you want to be careful not to focus too hard into what you've lost and remember what you still have. But this does seem to be with somebody that you've known for a long time. And it could be a falling out, okay? With that Seven of Wands there, it could be a falling out. For some of you, there's some kind of competition that you're going to be successful in. And for some of you, there's a conflict, but you're kind of the person who, like, it's seen that you're right, okay? But it still causes some kind of hurt and pain. King of Wands. King of Wands. The Five of Wands. Okay, so this is who you're having either this conflict or competition against, okay, is this King of Wands. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a Leo, Aries, or Sag, but it certainly could be. If not, they have a lot of fire in their charts, if you happen to know what their chart placements are. There's somebody with a lot of fire in them, so they'll be very fiery, very competitive, very passionate person, okay? And it could be a group of people with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. That is possible. That it's more than one person. The High Priestess. Follow your intuition here on this transition. If this is some kind of conflict at work, some of you may be choosing to change jobs. If this is something going on at home, you're feeling a lot of hurt over it, okay? But you got to really look inside yourself. You got the Hermit card and this High Priestess. It's telling me this is a good time for intuition for you and to follow your intuition because there is some kind of transition here that you need to take, okay? Which will be coming in probably more towards the middle to end of the year. The Lovers. For some of you, this could have something to do with a romantic situation, maybe why you're moving, maybe why you're leaving somebody else for somebody else, okay? That could be a situation that's definitely playing out here. But you do have the Lovers card here, and it's telling you to look out, at least, and if it's not a love situation, okay, this can be bringing you to a higher place where you can balance yourself out, okay? So it's like finding both sides of yourself, the masculine, the feminine, okay? And it does look like you're heading out to do that. You're at least imagining what that would be like. In a romantic situation, you know, you may already know who your person is, or you may decide to start looking for somebody new come the end of the year. Looking for your soulmate. Yeah, and you have the Two of Wands. It's telling you you're going to have to choose your path this year. All right. You have that Three of Wands there at the end of the year, but it looks like what you don't see coming is there's a path, and that's that transition that comes up. It opens up a new path, but you have this path you've been on, and then you have this opportunity for a new path, okay? And this is your year to choose your path. Okay, let's get best actions for you to take this year. Page of Cups. Do some reflecting on your own emotions during this time. You may need new love, okay? If there's some kind of past person or person that you've been with a long time and there's been a lot of conflict, this may be the time to be looking for something new, okay? If you've got, like I said, you got that Hermit and the High Priestess, but there's a lot of reflecting on your own emotions that need to be done this year. Excuse me. Ace of Cups again. Okay, for some of you, there's definitely new love that's going to come, at least by the end of the year. You got the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Lovers card on that Three of Wands. That just tells me there's a new direction in love for some of you. For others of you, this is all about your own internal emotions. With When you start reflecting on your emotions, you really embrace who you are here. You take this transition, you leave any conflict or competitions behind. You get over this hurt and pain. Your own cup's going to fill up, okay? There's a new opportunity for you to feel whole, emotionally speaking, inside. Ooh. The Three of Swords, there's some kind of heartbreak that you're going to have to get through this year, which we see that with that Six of Cups and that Five of Cups. Some of you could be going through divorce. If you are, it looks like you're already going through it here at the beginning of the year with that Ten of Wands, okay? And it's taking care of yourself in that Hermit card, that pulling away energy. But maybe it doesn't finish up to here till the middle of the year. But there's some kind of heartbreak you're going to have to go through. It's time to heal from that pain and let go of it so you can have this newness, okay? This new energy coming in. Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's a new passionate opportunity coming in for you guys. Let's get you some Oracle cards. Healer of the Ages. Some of you guys are healers. If you're not, there might be someone that you can go to in your area who does holistic type healings, things like that. Or you're any type of minister, wherever you find that type of healing, okay? Patience. So this might be a year that kind of tests your patience and helps you to become patient, because this might be a situation that takes a little while, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. You know, even through the year, this might be a situation. So that kind of you're dealing with. Rest and rejuvenation. This is very similar to the Four of Swords, okay? This is about taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care. It's also, the Four of Swords is also a rebirthing card. And this looks, with all this transition and all this change and looking out in new paths and looking out to your future, and new love coming in, or new hope, or feelings of wellness and spirituality, you know, this is a rebirthing time for you guys. It's a time for new paths. It's time for transitions and transformation. So make sure you do take care of yourself. That's going to be very important for you this year. It's coming in strongly that you really got to focus on you both internally and externally, okay? Strategy. Some of you guys may need a strategy. Moonbeam, you're on the right path, okay? So that means even though like this year might feel a little shook up, you're right where you're supposed to be, okay? This new path is supposed to be opening up. This transition is opening up. You're on the right path, even though it might not feel like it at times this year, okay? You are where you should be. Yes, just go for it. So anything new that comes up this year that you really want, go for it, okay? Magic Wand. Focus your energy on one thing. And right now, I do feel like that one thing should be yourself, okay? Like just with the cards coming in here, there's a strong energy for you. Really need to focus in on what you want, okay? So focus in, and that could be one thing. And you may need to focus on one thing at a time, okay? Manifestation. What you seek is seeking you. Okay, so for those of you, some of you may not be in a love relationship and you may be single. Maybe you're still healing from a broken heart, all right? With this Lover's card, this wand, all these things coming in, there could be just, if you focus in on one thing, it's way easier to manifest that one thing. So with that coming in, if some of you are looking for love, I feel like that's good for you. If some of you are looking for a job, I feel like that's good for you, okay? or a home or anything. Let's get you an animal advice card, then we will do a pick a card. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Yes, this is about loving yourself, okay? This is a beautiful reading, Cancer. If you're still listening and you feel like this resonates with you, please leave a comment in the comment section below. It lets me know that someone has claimed this reading and, you know, feels strongly that it's theirs. And if you could hit that like button for me, okay? If you feel like this could be somebody else's reading, please share the video with them. I am about to lay 4 cards down. While I lay the 4 cards, I want you to think of a question that you have. Breathe in, breathe out, and pick the card that feels right to you. Okay. Card 1. I'll do the best I can to give you a yes or no answer, but with tarot that's a little tricky. But I will give you a brief description of the card so you can see how that applies to your question. Use your own intuition on how that would apply. The 3 of Wands, I say yes, and it played out strongly in your reading as well. Excuse me. It talks about looking ahead, moving forward, trying to figure out where you want to go. Okay, it can talk about, as this card here says, you can see it says confidence, progress, expansion, growth, looking ahead. But it's like that wonder of which direction should I head, okay? And that is a good card for a yes. Page of Pentacles, I say yes. It can talk about going back to school, learning, growing. It can talk about a new opportunity, a message for a new job, something like that. It can also speak of your children. And you talk about new plans, okay? The Knight of Swords. I say yes, especially right now, because you're going to need that kind of energy this year, where you're ready to make lifestyle changes and you're not afraid to just head out and do that, okay? And the Knight of Swords, well, on here it says big change, honest, rebellious, impulsive, perfectionistic, but it's also he heads out strongly to make changes where he wants a change, okay? The Empress, I say yes, absolutely. And this talks a lot about birthing in a new reality for yourself. It could talk about motherhood, the feminine energy, the divine feminine. It could talk about pregnancy if anybody's looking to have a child. That could be in the cards. If you're not, you know, use caution. So that would be a yes. Cancers, thank you so much for being here with me today. It's been a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I do hope it finds you well in 2024. And if you are not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. And until we meet again,